So welcome to the 2017 DUP15Q Alliance Science Symposium. Thanks for being here. So we're just coming off the 3 days of family conference, so it has been energizing, it has been inspiring, and so I hope that we can kind of bring some of that inspiration and that energy to you guys. So we have a great parent panel that will be talking a little bit later to kind of bring that family piece back to the science meeting. Usually we kind of put them together, but we're going to bring in some voices today. So the basics for those of you who are not familiar with DUP15Q Alliance. So we are a 501(c) nonprofit patient advocacy group, and we strive to be at the forefront of DUP15Q syndrome-related research and care and push the field forward with input from the DUP15Q Alliance community members. Our community members are made up of people that have dupers that are from, I think our oldest duper is in his 60s, and our youngest duper is a couple weeks old. So we get input from everybody that comes to our community and what they're interested in for research and care and what they need. So we kind of go with this quote: "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." So we are a small group. We are rare disorder. We are committed to making a change in the quality of care and the quality of research that's related to DUP15Q syndrome. And we're thankful and so grateful that you guys are willing to take that commitment to the next level and really make some changes in our kids' lives. So our vision, just as an overview, of advocacy awareness research to find targeted therapies and provide medical care to those with DUP15Q syndrome live full and happy lives. Together we believe, and together we achieve. So we want to do a big thank you to all our Science Symposium sponsors. Safari gave us that wonderful travel grant to get a bunch of students and early researchers here, so thank you to them. Autism BrainNet, the Karch family, and all the DUP15Q Alliance families who fundraise to support our conferences and our research. And then I would like to say a big thank you to our hosts, the UCLA group, the Semel Institute, the IDDRC, the CART, Dr. Dan Geschwin, Dr. Shefali Juste, and the Chancellor, who kind of made this all financially possible with this beautiful space. So I think that Dan would like to say some opening remarks, and that's all of the housekeeping stuff. Also one thing, so for lunch and for breakfast, also we have vouchers. If you didn't get them when you checked in, please see the registration desk, they have more.
So anyway, I want to welcome everybody here, and I want to say a few things. First, I want to thank the DUP15Q Alliance for having the meeting here at UCLA and giving us the opportunity to host it. It's just great for the people in our community, the people in our labs who can come and be a part of this. Two, the Chancellor was mentioned. This conference center is literally brand new, less than a year old. And before it was even built, we decided, Shefali said, we should have the meeting at UCLA. And I said, we definitely should. And so we went and we said, okay, we're going to have this at Luskin. And we looked at the price, and it was very expensive. And so I contacted the Chancellor, Gene Block, and he said, well, let me look into that. And in the end, he basically donated a lot of the meeting. Then also Peter Wybrow, the head of Semel Institute, where our Center for Autism Research and Treatment sits, also donated, as well as the IDDRC, but in terms of food and stuff like that. But it wouldn't have happened without our upper management being committed to, when I explained to them what this was about, a patient advocacy group that is really, pushing scientists to, create a community around research and push things forward. And so, anyway, it's really great to have you all here. And then the last people are the scientists who came to share all the science, and I'm looking forward to a couple of really great, interesting days. And so I also want to thank Shefali, really, who developed our 15Q DUP clinic here, the Neurodevelopmental Genetics Clinic, and who's really been pioneering both in the clinical care and then in her work in biomarkers. So anyway, welcome to everybody. And if you have any complaints, you can
talk to him.
Yeah. So anyway, AV, et cetera. So
thank you.
Yeah. And if you have any questions as well, if you're staying over the weekend, Shefali knows a lot of nice restaurants.
Oh, I don't know. He definitely is a foodie. I don't have much to add. I just wanted to sort of highlight that I think one of the really unique and beautiful opportunities in a meeting like this is that we have the family meeting that is occurring either in parallel or right before the science meeting, and there's a lot of opportunities for convergence. And and we'll hopefully get to show you some pictures tomorrow, but in the last 3 days, in addition to being able to be a part of the family meeting from the standpoint of sharing some of the science and clinical insights with the families, we actually were able to bring research straight to the meeting. And so our team, funded largely by the UCLA IDDRC and also by Roche, we actually collected electrophysiological data, behavioral data, quantitative motor assessments, all sorts of things with 45 kids with DUP15Q syndrome. We had a whole lab basically set up at the hotel, and that was only possible because of the support of the Alliance and the families, and it really is going to move us forward quickly in really answering some of our big research questions, which is hard to do in rare conditions when we have a small subset of kids all over the world. And so this really gave us a nice opportunity, and I hope it's a model that we can actually build upon, because I think that we're really, I think, positioned to do it in a way that many other rare disease groups cannot. And so I think you'll be hearing about some of the work over the next couple of days. But I just want to thank the Alliance again for sort of helping us be successful in that endeavor. So thanks again. And yes, if you have any questions or complaints, talk to Dan. He's the boss. Okay, bye.